Hi guys, FrostFangs here and welcome back once again, of course, to another Paladins video. We're going to be playing some IO today, revisiting a thing I covered on the PTS about a month ago that I feel like I should do another video on. I also kind of wanted a good excuse to play some chill Siege, and I feel like IO is a perfect fit for what I wanted to do today. Yeah, I'm going to be focusing on some Siege today, not going to spend too much time on the loadouts or the changes, mainly because I did that already on the PTS video, which if you want to see an in-depth look on what was changed, then I highly recommend you watch that one. But to summarize, they just made a bit of a power shift with IO, so you heal for more, but you just heal for less time, and then the card is also a little bit stronger than it was. That covers pretty much the basics of what you need to know. The two loadouts are very similar, they just have the leveling slightly moved around. This one has a bit more speed, the other one doesn't. We have Sanctum of Faith for extra Moonlight regen, we have a tiny bit of Moonlight regen on the bow, extra speed with the right click, self-heal with the right click, and also just increased capacity. Then the variant of it is very similar, we just have Swift Arrows lower, so you don't really speed buff all that much. It's 8%, which is still noticeable, but it's nowhere near 24%, which is what we've got it on the other one. And then we have slightly more Moonwalk and slightly more Sanctum of Faith. Really just depends on if I want more healing or if I want more speed on the person I'm healing. Have just recently changed some stuff with the way I record videos, so hopefully everything goes smoothly, but if something looks a little bit worse than usual, feel free to let me know in the comments and I'll try and fix it for the next video. But if everything went correctly and I set everything up the way I wanted to, it shouldn't be any different than the video that went out yesterday, but I guess we'll see. Alright, well, for game one we got Siege Serpent Beach. I went ahead and grabbed my IO. We also have a Genos and a Corvus. Corvus wanted to do full healer, but I don't think the Zin or the Bark were really down for it, so that's the final team we got. We're up against an Eevee, a Cassia, Grover, a Makoa, and a Maves. They have a very standard thing. We have a bit of an off-meta choice. A couple people I think I might have played with here before, but we're going to go for Goddess's Blessing. By far makes the most sense in this situation. We'll go for the speed buff setup, because this way, even if they get a ton of Cauterize, which they're probably going to, we can still provide some speed and damage reduction. We got Yomi, Fortify, Power Cosmium, and then Stunning Visage, so I guess these two guys are going for damage. Went ahead and got double Nimble. We're up against Snow Globe, Deep Roots, Half Shower, Rogue's Gambit, and Big Game. Big Game is an interesting choice here, but everything else seems to be pretty standard other than our double damage healer setup. Shoutouts to the Corvus, Johnny263, I'm guessing is how you say that. Throw Q just here, get some heals on the Corvus. He is somehow still alive, props to him. There's some shots on the Mave, get some heals through to the Barrack. I'm getting kind of battered here, but that Mave is really low. Can't believe he's actually survived for as long as he has. He got kind of thrown away a little bit there. There's more heals onto him, damage reduction coming through clutch, but still not enough to save him. There's some shots on Makoa, actually managed to finish him off. Eevee's probably going to jump me here. I'm probably dead. I might be able to reposition Luna to block something, but I tried. I did get her like pretty low, but I'd still died. There goes the Eevee though. That is the Mave behind me. I put myself in a bit of an awkward spot. Maybe Luna can come through with a clutch stun. Oh hell yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to happen. She is actually gone. I think somebody asked for me to throw Luna on the point, which is something I probably should have been doing, but I've been just trying to use her to save myself, to be honest, which is probably a bit of a selfish way to play. I should be putting her on the objective. Surprisingly, it's somewhat of a tense game. Considering we've got a triple support setup, I didn't think this would be anywhere near as close as it kind of is. We'll just throw over some more heals onto him. Obviously, once they get Cauterized and stuff, it's going to start to really suck, but right now we've got a pretty decent matchup. More heals onto him. That is Mave kind of jumping me. I'm just using that for self-heal and stuff. There is a kill on her. Oh, god damn it, she's so low. Mave's jumping in. Bad idea. She had less than 500 health, or around 500 health. I don't know why she thought that was a good idea. Very strange. Makoa went for the ult. Mave is jumping me again. I'm probably dead here. I couldn't really do much. Eevee was also in front of me. I was kind of stuck between two people. To be honest, that was a bit of a weird time for the Makoa to ult. I feel like we do actually stand a chance of holding this. Maybe we can get rid of the Grover from like kind of the back. There we go. Nice. I kind of did that single-handedly. Back to give me a bit of a hand. Hello, Mave. You are also gone. Why am I having to play as hybrid IO? What's going on? There we go. Defense successful. 1-1. Well done, team. Zin nearly died in the slow-mo there, but that's fine. I got 450 credits. What should I even get? We've maxed out Nimble already. I don't really know what would make sense to grab. Honestly, not really sure what to get. I guess I'm just going to go for Haven. Pretty safe choice. They're mostly direct hit. I'm going to go ahead and just drop our Luna there. That's the route from the Grover. Let's just get some heals to our Luna, make sure she doesn't die. Stun coming through clutch. Oh my god, Genos and Zin coming through with really good timing there. I'm healing the Barrack, I think. Go ahead and pop the ult. I had to hit that button 3 times. That's not exactly what I wanted to happen. I kind of put him in a better spot, but he's dead. Very confused with what that play was just there, but yeah, there's a bug with IO at the moment where you have to hit the ult button like 3 times. I don't know why it happens. It's happened in like the past couple matches I played her. Let's get more heals onto these guys. It's also kind of strange that bug is even a thing, because there wasn't anything that was changed with IO relating to her ultimate as far as I know, and yeah, they broke something. There we go. I killed the Mave somehow. I think she must have fallen off the map. I don't know when I even dealt damage to the Mave, so that's a weird one. Some shots onto this Makoa from the top. I think he's DC'd. That would explain the weird play earlier. I'm pretty sure he's not here. That was a very bot-like play. He was playing normally before. Get some heals to this Zin. Nice. Got a bit of a good angle for me here. There goes the Eevee. More heals onto the Barrack. We're actually going to get this push. I think it's kind of unfair because it's 4v5, but still, I'll take it. Heals onto this Zin. There we go. Just about kept him alive. There goes the Mave. I'm pretty sure we've got this in the bag with the 3-1. It's a 4v5, which makes it really unfair, especially considering it's the Makoa. Hey, I'll take a win wherever I can get one. The Grover is ulting for some reason. Really bad time to use it there. He obviously wasn't going to stop it, but yeah, there's the push successful. 3-1. Well done, team. I should say, just in case some of you guys haven't actually seen the video that I posted on the PTS back in March, that I do really like this change with IO. I feel like having her heal for more, but then, you know, not be able to heal for as long makes a ton of sense, especially considering you can buff it out. Got ulted by the Eevee, but luckily with the bonus speed we were able to get out pretty easily. But yeah, I just really like the changes they made to her. I think overall she's a much more fun character to play at the moment. There goes the Makoa, there goes the Grover as well. I just realized I'm on a 19 streak. I'm just kind of holding right click and running around. Max Nimble on goddamn IO is just ridiculous. Chasing the Eevee, there we go, she's actually gone. I'm playing as like flank IO, it's kind of working. There we go, that is the 4-1. Gonna probably cut a bunch of that one out because obviously it wasn't a fair game. We'll jump into game 2 after we go through the stats. So yeah, there we go, there are the stats for game 1. Shouts once again to SJohnny263. That was Corvus, and it seems like a couple of the people on their side are a little bit salty about the triple healer setup. Overall, I reckon if they didn't have the DC, it would have been a lot more even, but even then they weren't going for quarter rise as much as I feel like they should have, considering the setup they were up against. Yeah, let's go through the stats kind of quickly. Barak and Zim both did pretty good. Corvus had a bit of a tougher time, but didn't do badly. Generals did pretty decent. I feel like I did pretty good. I actually have pretty decent damage and healing there. And for their side, Cassie did alright. Eevee didn't do as good as I was expecting her to there. Grover did pretty decent. He was a bit of a pain in the ass. Bakoa was decent when he was there, and may have had a bit of a tough time. Alright, well, for game 2, we got Siege, Frog Isle, we got an Ash, we got a Sky emoji, and a Victor. Shoutouts to Uganda Knuckle PL, just a single one, and then also shoutouts to Heezy, that is our Sky and also our Ash. We're up against Makoa, Aceris, Cassie, and Anjo, and a Leanne, so pretty similar team comps. It's just the amount of damages and flanks switched. Went ahead and grabbed Goddess's Blessing, and then the same setup, the speed one. Feel like it makes sense here. We got Burst Mode, we got Debilitate, we're up against Impulse, Curses of a Half Shell, Soul Collector. You can also grab the Double Nimble, really like that start for IO. We got Fortress Breaker and Boom Boom, so there we go, that's the final setup. Definitely expecting Sky to have a bit of a tough time. They've already got 2 Illuminates. I should be able to sit kind of out in the open because they don't have too much range damage, to be honest. They really only have the Leon and the Cassie who can kind of screw me. Other than them, we should be fine. Get some heals onto the Ash. There's another one onto the Sky. Hello, game. Do you want to actually heal her? Did the animation? Was I accidentally healing the Ash there, even though it like very clearly indicated the freaking Sky? I don't know. Luna's just doing a real round trip to get the stun, then she didn't even get it. Okay. Also kind of surprised the Makoa didn't land the hook and kill me there, but we're actually doing pretty good. That's probably going to be the cap. Me and Ash kind of locked down the point. Victor was firing at the back and the 2 flanks pushed up. That was honestly a very, very smooth 1-0. Just keep it going. That Moji's got pretty damn fluid movement. Got to give her props. There's some heals onto these guys again. I feel like I'm doing pretty decent. Makoa's shield is kind of annoying, but other than his shield though, we're doing pretty smooth work of everything so far. Got rid of the Nando. Not a Nando, it's an Anjo. I'm just terrible with names today. I've messed up a bunch of them already. I probably cut them out of the video, but I've been really bad with names. There goes the Moji. Pushed up a little bit too far and got hooked by the Makoa. You hate to see it. There's more hits onto him. Heals onto the Ash. Heals onto Victor. He's still kicking it. Cutting it a little bit close. There's a stun. There are more heals onto him, which I didn't get because he died just before I could get the right angle. We kill that Leon at the back. Maybe I did land one of those shots. There's some heals onto the Ash. I'm totally dead though. Completely forgot that Moji has ridiculous amount of increased healing whenever she's below 50%. That's why I was healing her up so goddamn fast. Was internally kind of questioning how it was so easy to heal the Moji up, and that's just because she's got the goddamn Rejuvenate 5 basically built into a setup. It's more heals into the Ash and to the Moji. You want to switch? There we go. That took forever. There we can go ahead and use the ult and throw a couple of them off. I did catch 2 of them there, but that didn't throw them off at the edge. I did place myself kind of badly, to be honest. Move ourselves back a little bit. Throw the Luna there kind of on the point. Hello, Anjo. I'm missing a bunch of these shots on you. Damn it, I'm dead. Again, I kind of deserve that one. Probably shouldn't have used the ult there. The rest of the team were saving it. She just got pushed off, I think, by the Cassie. I'm going to run in and try and make sure these guys are all right there. Some heals onto him and some heals onto the Ash as well. What's going on there is the F and the Luna throw. There's some more heals onto the Victor. Jesus Christ, I'm getting battered. 2 of us died, but we also got rid of the Cassie and the Andro. Makoa is very close to being gone. Okay, nice. It seems like we kind of won that one. 3 for 2. Team's been triggering the overtime for a goddamn century, but I'm going to run back in and heal these guys if I can. There we go. Managed to just about get to the Ash, trying to switch to the Sky, but half the time that right click doesn't want to move. Through the Luna down, more heals onto her. That's going to be my priority because it's probably more useful than me throwing out some 400s. Luna is holding the overtime, but I'm just going to go ahead and retreat. I don't think I'm going to be able to do very much other than maybe get some little poke damage on this Makoa before the round's over. Sky said ult, Ash said didn't want to. Oof, close enough. I reckon if we all used ults there, we probably would have got it. I mean, I'm not really too sad that I used mine, considering we got 80% of it back. It doesn't really matter. I reckon if the team there did all use ults, we probably would have had it though, but it doesn't really matter. It's a 1-1. We've still got tons of time left in this game. Team's working quite well together so far. Gonna go left again, throw our Luna down on the point, get a shot or 2 on the Makoa so that the Luna can go and stun. There we go. A little bit slow, but you know, better late than never. There's more heals onto the Ash. My god, that Quarterize is really starting to suck. Moji and the goddamn Sky are already gone. I'm going to go ahead, jump back. That's Ash going for the ult to counter the Makoa ult. He's running up to me, it seems, as heals onto Victor. I'm just going to continuously wiggle this way to make sure that I'm not close to that Makoa. Victor's going for the ult. There's heals onto the Ashe. I really need to regen my meter, though, because it's not looking too good. I've only got a tiny bit left to heal her. That is also a couple people hitting me from different directions, but we're somehow fine. Honestly, that F probably saved me there. I actually managed to position myself pretty well with it, but that's going to be the 2-1. I imagine Ceres is going for the ult. I tried to back away, but I was a bit too slow there. Is the F and heals onto the Victor. Honestly surprised he's alive there as well. Heals onto the Ashe. I'm running out of meter constantly now. I feel like I'm running out of meter all the goddamn time. There's some heals onto him. I'm going to go ahead and ult and just throw him off. Get him out of here. There we go. That's going to be the 2-1. Wait, how did he just get back on the map? I'm super confused. That just made my brain leak for a minute. How did he actually just stay on? Honestly, never had that happen in all of the games I've ever played IO. I don't land too many of my ults, so maybe that's why, but I've never had that happen before. That freaking Leon just hit me with ridiculous damage. Some heals onto the Victor. He's not looking too good, although he's back up to full pretty quickly. There's some hits onto the Cassie. Well done. Well done, team. We're making pretty easy work of the push. I'm leaving Luna on the point just so I can push up a little bit and heal this Ashe. That was a Makoa hook, I think, onto a Skye, which is why she's dead. Throw over some more shots there. There's a heal onto her. That is the Ceres going for the ult. I'm going to F myself away so I can continue healing the Ashe. Oh, I nearly saved her, but she still died. More heals onto the Moji. There we go. These two dudes are stuck in a bit of an awkward spot. I'm going to try and save the Moji instead of the Victor, or both. You know, whatever. I'll take whichever one I can actually maybe save. Victor's gone. Moji is still up, though, because she popped the F. She's in the immunity. There's some heals for her. Hello, Skye. Pretty sure that was a Leon and a Makoa ult. I'm going to just push up here, get some heals to the Moji, F ourselves back a little bit. I've finished off Haven, so we have tons of damage reduction now. More heals onto her. She's actually still up. Andrew's going for the ult. Heals onto the Victor. Heals onto the Moji. I'm just using my meter as best as I can here, trying to not use it too much when I don't need to. Heals over there to her. We've got 5 seconds left. That was a Skye ult. Moji is dealing with the Liam pretty easily there. We got rid of somebody, but our Skye died. That is probably going to be the 1-3 because the entire team is out. Yeah, there we go. 3-1. Nice. Well done, team. Once again, we're doing good. Like I said at the start of the video, I honestly find IO to be a really chill, like pretty fun character to play. In Siege, she's a little bit more effort than some of the other lower effort healers, but she isn't crazy high where I feel like I need to have super fast reaction times or anything like that. Sometimes I feel like I do a really bad job of wording what I mean, but hopefully I got my point across somehow. We'll throw Luna on the point, get some heals onto the Ashe. Skye went ahead and used the ult. I'm going to try and F away. I could go for my ult here. I tried to hit the Anjo. I missed both of those, but luckily Moji had my ass covered. She, I think, still has her immunity up. Yeah, was hoping she did. She's fine. Throw our Luna down again. Heals onto her. Nice. That is Anjo running over. I think we can hit under that a little bit. Yeah, I feel like they should fix that because you can kind of hit under Anjo and it doesn't really look like you should be able to. There's heals onto the Skye. Leanne went for the ult, but she's off. There we go. Got it on 99%. Cassie ran in and knocked me back, but that's going to be the win. We'll go ahead and throw the ult for no reason and drop a cheeky emote. I think the Ashe did the same thing. There is the 4-1 again. Didn't we have 4-1 in game 1 as well? Either way, 2 pretty clean wins today, I think, with IO. And yeah, there we go. There are the stats for game 2. Skye did decent. Probably could have done a little bit better. I feel like I did pretty good, although probably also could have done a little bit better there. I probably should have used my meter a little bit better. I feel like I was throwing it away when I didn't really need to. Probably would have ended up with like 125k if I used it a little bit better, but I think the damage reduction and the speed was really, really useful there. It worked out very well. Moji shredded. She doesn't have that much damage, but 17-8. Props to her. Same thing with the Victor, although he does have pretty good damage there. And I'd say Ashe also did a really good job overall. Really put together team there. I feel like we played very, very well and we had quite a bit of synergy going on. As for their side, Leon did pretty decent. Anjo was a bit of a pain in the ass. Cassie was also a bit of a pain, but nothing too crazy. Ceres was pretty decent. 43k, 95k. She actually did more damage than me. I wasn't really focusing on it at all. I was spending most of the time there just throwing out heals whenever I could. And then Makoa also did pretty decent. I think overall today the only thing I really failed at was using my ultimate. I don't think I got a single kill with it, and I think I only hit like 1 or 2 people in the entirety of this video. Saying that though, I did try and throw the Makoa off, and I actually got him with it, and then for some reason he was able to just get out of the ultimate. I have no idea what happened. I think he must have just collided with the ground in a weird way, but never had that happen before. But hey, let me know in the comments. I feel like I did a pretty good job of showing off IO today. Thank you for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Of course, let me know what you want to see me do next. I'll see you all very, very soon, and as always, stay Frost there.